for that big kill hit, because it is a ridiculously strong move. For the most part, it always has been. And it's nice to see that Bassmage has already got that idea of this move is for this role specifically. I could combo with the back air,
Yeah.
but instead I'm going to combo with these other moves. I'm going to get my nickels and dimes in, and then when I'm ready to cash out, boom, the back air's there.
Yeah, exactly that. Right, game 2, here we go. Obviously, Bassmage taking that one, but very, very close. And it'll be interesting, obviously, to see what adjustments Anbil will now make. I mean, best of five is always kind of lean very heavily to the fact that you've just got that time to work out what went wrong. And, you know, often we do see that like someone will go down one game and then suddenly, you know, able to just make the right adjustments to take the rest of the set. And this is what we might see from Anbil. But obviously, it's the same for Bassmage as well. You can work out what maybe was, you know, not quite as polished as before, as he certainly is taking a bit of a lead right now against his Mewtwo.
Yeah, we can see Bassmage just very much keen to keep Anbil on the side of the stage, keep those ledge traps going. In particular, Mewtwo can be a little bit hard, and again, just that little bit of matchup inexperience here. Bassmage going for these safe aerials on shield, Anbil going for the grab, and then just getting the meteor punish for it. Love the fact that Anbil managed to get back there, but still took 57% in the meantime. These trades are not going to be working out in that up air. Even though it is a strong move, it's not quite near enough to kill Jigglypuff just yet.
Yeah, and I think like Anbil is finding it really, really tough to actually kind of predict where Bassmage is going to go, because he's mixing up his movements so often. Obviously, Jigglypuff is so strong in the air, has so much mobility, and it's making it very, very difficult for Anbil, you know, with Mewtwo, who's not a fast character in any capacity, to actually kind of keep up, Joycey.
That was a really, really unfortunate set of DI on the, I believe it was the neutral air there. And that's another mix-up that Bassmage has got as well. Of course, when you get in combo, you want to be DIing away for the most part. And when you're trying to survive, you want to be DIing in. But the fact that Bassmage has got the capacity to just mix that up is really, really incredible. However, Anbil just answering back with a down smash. There's a lot of work to do, but it is a solid start here, Smart.
And it all starts with that. Obviously, just needs to do a little bit more, but it's not easy against this Jigglypuff, who is very much hunting for the game-winning kill. And obviously, Anbil is aware of that. A lot of our best connected. There's a bit of damage being placed on. Obviously, Jigglypuff just maneuvering around, just trying to get that a few hits. Obviously, even if it just gets a little bit kind of chip damage, that's fine. Gets the grab, sends it up to the sky, up there. Still not enough.
So scary at the moment for Anbil. Is getting to the point where near enough any aerial is going to start killing him, with how safe Jigglypuff can be while spacing those aerials, thanks to that stunning airspeed. And yeah, even a trade, that's the scary part as well. The trades just are never in your favor. You've traded in, you've gone to GameStop, you've traded in 10 games, and you got what, 10 pence for yourself?
Exactly,
No trades here. No trades here.
No trades allowed. Yeah, it's especially in the kind of like a last hit situation as like that as well. Like it does not work in your favor. We had a very similar thing early with Tarek versus Fox 2.
Yes.
Which was a game 5, and it all ended because of a trade that did not work in Fox 2's favor. Because even though it was last stock, obviously Tarek was just at a much lower percentage. And when you're in those kind of positions, you can't be trading.
Yeah.
You have to be getting safer hits in. You have to be slowing down. Like, yes, there is merit to taking a risk, but it's kind of, is it worth the risk when it might lose you the game?
And that's the scary part with Mewtwo in particular, is that because Mewtwo has got such a big hurt box in general, it means that you can't, if you're playing in that situation where you're going to be taking a lot of trades, and let's be real, you're going to be taking a lot of trades against Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff can throw out a lot of those hitboxes, and the trades do tend to work out. But if you're at a deficit at that point, Mewtwo is not the character that you want to be making trades with, because you're so big and you're so light. But again, this is best of 5. Anbil on his last legs for the time being. However, still got another game to make some adjustments. However, oh my goodness, the rest not killing. I feel like maybe...
Yeah.
I feel like potentially you should have gone for the up air into the rest.
I'm genuinely surprised that Bassmage didn't try for anything else, like just going for it raw. I guess like maybe like try to factor in Mewtwo's weight and thought, oh yeah, that's probably going to be enough. But sadly it wasn't, and Anbil was able to get a pretty meaty punish. But unfortunately, we saw a moment there, and this is something I was going to comment on a lot later. Jigglypuff's a small character, Joycey.
Yeah.
And Mewtwo's up smash is a pretty high move.
Yeah, it's just one of those multi-hit moves, which is the reason why people complain about it. And there we go, Anbil with a shake of the head as well. This is looking like a pretty done deal. Bassmage looking incredibly strong going into that top 32 qualifier. But of course, Mewtwo again, a glass cannon, and even made of glass, you can still do a lot of damage. And up air is a start, but Anbil's got to get some pretty strong reads here if he's going to bring this to a game 4, game 5.
Yeah, this is a real mountain to climb. That forward smash obviously going to get punished there as Bassmage gets a bit more damage. Obviously, the forward air as well, such a far-reaching move, sends Anbil off stage. It's a really scary position to be in. The teleport caught out by the neutral air as well. Anbil is desperately trying to find a way through, but it feels like Bassmage is just quite happy just to keep poking away, Joycey. Does not need to really commit to much, can just keep going for those neutral airs, those forward airs.
Yeah, it's just a really difficult situation for Anbil because eventually, particularly with how like the knockback scales on Jigglypuff's moves, the kill's going to show up at some point with that back air as well. Nice and fresh and a swift 3-0 as well. But even if it was another 40-50% of chipping away, suddenly the forward air starts killing, suddenly the neutral air starts killing. Suddenly, I mean, dash attack may have killed there and then, but with a bit more percent, it still would have been a done deal. And that's where it gets really, really scary. So Bassmage continuing his losers run, stepping up against the Scottish Steve Main Maze Beans.
Yeah, this I saw Maze Beans. You know, he was watching in the back there, curious to see who would be facing, and it's rough for Anbil because I mean Jigglypuff's obviously not a common character as well. You know, it's tough to run into literally one of the best players of it as well this early on in the bracket. But unfortunately, that's kind of how it goes in this sort of bracket, and unfortunately Anbil going to drop out.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. And again, particularly just running into somebody of that caliber that early on, it can be, you have this sort of general idea on how you're going to place, and you get, you know, yourself psyched up for that loser's run, and then to be met with such a Titan so early on is really, really difficult. And the thing is that, you know, Anbil is more than